Howdy, NoobTube Queers, and welcome to episode 2 of hp1704 Answers Your Queries. For those of you who don't know, this is a weekly show where I answer the questions and queries of the NoobTube community. From now on, I'm going to have a featured question of the week. That'll be answered a little differently than the rest of them. I'm going to put it at the end of the show. So you have to wait to see what the featured question of the week is. That's what we call a teaser in the biz. Alright, now with that out of the way, let's get on to the first question.
If you were to pick a hooker, how would you want you whore to look like?
What?
If you were to pick up a hooker, how would you want your whore to look?
Oh, well, my big gun Diesel. This is one of them hypothetical questions. You see, 1704 doesn't need help in the lady department. No, sir, he does not. But if I were to pick up a hooker, oh shoot, I don't know. She'd probably be about 5'2", 5'3", $110, $115, very short and petite. She'd have long, dark hair, dark eyes, but still bright and soft, and high cheekbones. And the first couple times we'd make love, it would be in my hut. And then after a while she would stop charging me, and I would tell her, I'm gonna take you away from here as soon as the war is over. And she would say, no, I don't want to leave my family. And I would say, well, that's understandable. And then she would tell me she's pregnant, and I would say, well, I'll just go AWOL from the army. We can live in China. They'll never find us. And then one night they'll burn down her village just because they were helpful like to the Americans. And I'll never find her body. But I'll have hope. One day she'll find me in America. She knew I was going back. So every time I see a young Asian girl, I wonder, is that Lo Ping? Is that my love? This is all hypothetical. Next!
If Peter Piper could pick a peck of pickled peppers, how many pickled peppers could Peter Piper pick before it made him queer?
Well, Magenta, the answer to your question is one. It only takes one pickled pepper to make Peter Piper a queer. That is, unless Peter Piper is a British with below shoulder length hair, and both friends and foe alike would describe him as effeminate. If that is the case, then it takes 0 pickled peppers to make him a queer. Next!
Oi, didn't you exist before in some other iteration?
Well, Raine, there have been HPs throughout the entirety of the universe. We have helped God create things like soft serve ice cream and short skirts. Some of the more notable HPs that you would probably know about include hp1704.
Well, gosh, I don't know what to think about communism, but I hope McCarthy goes after the gays next.
hp1924.
Bully, time to go to the speakeasy and dance the Charleston to the Victrola and make fun of all the homosexuals. Bazing!
hp1864.
My dearest Elizabeth, it has been hellish these past few months, and our morale is low. Whenever I need reminding for whom I'm fighting, I think of you. This war has pit brother against brother, father against son, but one thing gives me confidence, knowing that all the Yanks are queers.
So yes, we have existed before in various iterations. but none so awesome as 1704, as you can tell. Next!
What's your favorite monkey?
Well, Lazlo, I am not a fan of the monkeys. I do not like them. They fling poo, and I do not find that appropriate. So I reprimand them, and sometimes I spank the monkeys. I bet you thought I was above masturbation humor. Looks like you were wrong, fuckface. I will say that hp1704, he loves gorillas. There's one from that queer Coldcept game he plays that he loves.
Yeah, Wendigo. He adds a fog effect.
No one cares about fog effects. All right, no one cares.
I care.
Well, you are by yourself in caring. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the monkeys, but 1703 over there loves the he loves the gorillas. Next. Oh, now it looks like it's time for the featured Christian of the week. And this week, our featured Christian comes from Plankton, who writes,
Obama or McCain for president.
Now that is a very good Christian, Plankton. As the presidential race heats up, everyone's wondering, Obama or McCain? McCain or Obama? I once voted for Charlton Heston, because he runs the NRA the way I think the country should be run. When asking yourself who you want to vote for, who would make the best leader of men, there is no more important trait than being a maverick. Nothing quite brings people together like dissension, and there is no better quality for a leader of men than the inability to adhere to a group. The other most important trait about how to pick a president is to figure out who you would rather have a beer with. Now, George W. Bush clearly won that race twice in a row. Don't want to have a tofu beer with Al Gore. There is no such thing. That is a joke. But McCain would be great to have a beer with. And if he were elected president, and I were to be able to have a beer with him, I think it would go something like this. Now, I am going to play both roles. I have done some professional acting before. It's professional if you get paid to do it. Howdy, howdy. I'm here to clean the pipes, which is to say I'm here to fuck some bitch. So I have been a professional actor, and I'm pretty sure you'll be able to tell which one's which. I am a very good actor, okay? So here we go. This is me if I were to have a beer with then President McCain. It is nice to be here, President McCain. Thank you for coming, HP. I must say, you are a bad enough dude to save me should the need arise and I was kidnapped by ninjas. Thank you for saying that. You are such a bad dude that I would like to make you part of my cabinet. Would you like to be my secretary of ass kicking? You bet your ball sacks. Alright then. Can I fuck the vice president now? Or something like that. That's just my interpretation of how it would go down. We'd probably laugh a lot more than that. He seems to be a funny character. But for the most part, that's how it would go down. Well, that's all the questions for this week. I want to thank everyone who wrote in with a question last week. And remind you, if you want to leave me a question, just post in this thread or PM me if you are a chicken shit. And I will even write Chicken Shit PMer as your name. That's all for this week. Until next week, I'm done. Yob. I think she's the one with really big tits, and she always screams during sex. And at first you're like, well, this is good. And then after about 5 minutes you go, oh, okay, I get it. You're into it. Now shut the fuck up so I can get down to my business.